Hello everybody, this is Genesis and I'm bringing you guys yet another Dota 2 Pro commentary. Today we're gonna see another game from the qualifiers of from the regional qualifiers of the International. Um, Today there's gonna be a game between Next and next.kz and Kaita, and yeah, I'm just gonna go right into it. The ban phase has already begun. Oh, we saw the Scourge banning, okay, the Dire banning the Darkseer, and then followed by a ban on Mordred on the Broodmother, then a Leshrac, and we see Lycan. So pretty common these bans nowadays, especially in this qualifiers. People used to ban the same 15 to 10 to 15 heroes. So I'm not sure. I mean, yeah, I can talk about this bans again and again, but if you've seen my last three commentaries, you'll know that the reason that you ban Lycanthrope is that you really don't want him to come out of the woods and own your team. The reason that you ban Chen, Leshrac, and Dazzle is that you don't want powerful pushers. Mordred is both. He's a powerful pusher and animal that can destroy you in late game. So pretty obvious. Although I'm not sure if these picks are thought of thoroughly with some kind of a strategy in mind. I think just that they're identified right now in the current meta game as pretty dangerous heroes to go up against, and you really don't want it, so you just ban them. But other than that, yeah. Well, agreed that you don't know yet what the enemy has picked, so you can't really counter ban them or anything like that yet. That's what the two last bans are for. But yeah, apparently right now the teams, the big teams out there apparently hate the same 10 to 15 heroes. The first pick on the Scourge is the Brewmaster, who basically I believe should belong in the ban. I mean, if you're gonna go out of your way to ban Lycanthrope, might as well ban the Panda as well. The Panda is an amazing hero. I think I've talked about Panda like maybe 10 commentaries ago. I definitely have talked about him. Although we saw him there in just a high level game, not an actual tournament game. But I'm sure that I'm gonna come back and say a few things about him during the game. Invoker being picked together with Shadow Demon, two of the most powerful heroes in Dota 1 as well as in Dota 2. Although with the differing number of available heroes that are in Dota 2, I would say that they're a little bit less powerful than in Dota 1. These two, but still they're amazing. Invoker, he has 10 skills basically, uh, which is a lot of skills in my opinion. Um, He granted that he, without an Aghanim Scepter or a level 4 in his ultimate, he cannot cast during a fight all 10 of them, and usually we will never ever see an invoker cast all 10 spells. The upper limit, I think, that I've seen in a pro game was like 6 to 7. I'm not sure if I ever saw 7. Just because when you reach up 6 of the skills, you kind of cycle back through them, or the engagement ends, or both. Yeah, the most that I've casted, I think, during an engagement, although I'm not an invoker player myself, I think was 5. I could cycle through 5. But it's been like a month since I played invoker, so and I think I played him in Dota 1. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Maybe it's been more than a month actually. Maybe it's like 2 months. But yeah, anyway, invoker definitely in the proper hands. He's a devastating asset. Shadow Fiend again. He's close to never to the invoker. He can pull out the enemy carry during a fight, and also when that enemy hero comes back, he's basically gonna be attacked by 2 illusions, which both of them together deal 70% of his damage. So if he did put up a lot of damage, he will die pretty fast. Not to speak about the fact that he has such a powerful skill into this amplified damage rune or whatever he casts there. So this pick here was just like showing the first cards, just a statement. It's not a counter pick. It's not a not anything. With the invoker and the shadow demon, you're not saying that you're going for the middle game, or that you're trying to push, or that you're trying to go for the late game, or that you're trying to have a ganking team. You're just saying that, look, I just picked 2 pretty powerful heroes. What you gonna do now? And what the Scourge did was pick Lich and Morphling. Lich, the best laning hero, or side partner, or laning support hero, let's call it like this. Or I'm not sure exactly to explain, because there are other supports who I think are better than Lich. But what Lich does for you is wins you that lane. So the lane on where Lich goes together with the carry usually, or yeah, rather oddly, sometimes it can work in a 3 lane, but usually he just goes alone with a carry, and can handle even a 3 lane. Probably that carry would be Morphling in this case. I'm not exactly sure. But to the Morphling Glitch pick, the Sentinel has answered with a Riki. Now a statement has been said. By the way, there's nothing saying here about anything in this strip hero pick. With the Riki, you're basically saying, okay, I'm gonna go for mid game and late game team fights. The bans on the Sentinel side are the Bounty Hunter is quite obvious why they banned the Bounty Hunter. They didn't want their Riki to be seen all the time. Windrunner has been banned, just I think because she's a powerful hero. Would have made sense in this pickup, in this 3 pickup right here. The Scourge have banned 2 initiators, 2 tanks basically, and initiators, the Beastmaster and the Leviathan, just because they decided to go for the Enigma, and they wanted as little as faraway initiation or faraway stuns as possible, so that their Enigma can get a chance. However, they had only 2 bans at their disposal, so Sentinel immediately went for a Sand King when they saw this Enigma. The Enigma pick is quite obvious. I think I casted 5 out of my past 7 games have had an Enigma in them. Enigma is a powerful hero. You cast one of that ultimate, you're basically winning the game or changing the game to your advantage, or you're team wiping basically the enemy. Problem is that lately I haven't seen good Enigma ultis. I've seen one in the last cast that I did, last cast with an Enigma, that is, and it almost turned around the game, because Enigma was on the losing side, obviously. So just by one good ultimate, Enigma could have almost turned the game around. Then we see an Earthshaker being picked. I think this Earthshaker was picked just so that the Sentinel don't pick him, to have this very long disable. In the end, the Sentinel went for a Vengeful Spirit, always keeping in mind to somehow disable this Enigma. The laning phase, I think they're gonna send a Ricky with an Shadow Demon and a Vengeful Spirit, or no, I think the Ricky and the Shadow Demon and the Vengeful Spirit and maybe a Sand King. Invoker is gonna be mid. Shadow Demon is gonna be on a solo lane probably. On the other side, Lich and Morphling are gonna dual lane, I guess. The Enigma is gonna go into the woods. Okay, something doesn't make sense. The Panda is mid, obviously. Enigma in the woods. I don't get it. Okay, I'm quite interested to see the laning of the Scourge. Maybe they're not gonna put an Enigma in the woods, which wouldn't make sense actually. You would want the Enigma to get some items, at least a Brimdagger. Okay, maybe then, yeah, that's the only situation that I can think of, is that Morphling and Lich on a lane, Enigma on a lane with the Earthshaker and Panda alone. Or maybe they're just going to try to push a lane or heavy dominate it and then put the Earthshaker together with the Lich and the Morphling, but that's not going to happen. I'm quite actually interested to see how the captain of the Scourge has thought it. It's a good thing that both teams have gone up, so we're gonna see a first blood. Let's see who's gonna be. Okay, it's gonna be Sand King apparently. No, he does manage to escape, but his teammates are trying to kill him. And by his teammates I mean the Shadow Demon, but in the end Vengeful and the Sand King managed to get away. I did not present the teams, and I'm gonna do that right now. So Vengeful Spirit is played by Pinoy. The Invoker is played by the Naikwa. What is this? Okay, if I click on him, I don't know. The Sand King is played by Quix. The Shadow Demon is played by Bonzayai, and finally the Rikimaru is being played by Waliter. On the other side, on the next team, the Morphling is played by the Mantis. The Lich is played by 570. Enigma is being played by Lucky, and Earthshaker is being played by Stalket. The last player that I'm gonna present is Equal, and he's playing the Brewmaster. Okay, coming back to the lanes. Okay, so they put the Brewmaster top with an Earthshaker, with a pulling Earthshaker, and they did create the dual lane Morphling Lich, which would have been obvious actually a little bit, but they sent them mid. They didn't put them on a lane. And Enigma is gonna lane solo bottom. The Scourge has done the tri-lane with Ricky, Vengeful, and Shadow Demon. So they decided not to give the farm to Shadow Demon, but rather give it to the Sand King, and that's fine. Sand King is on the bottom lane. Invoker, he's being against the Lich and the Morphling. He is gonna lose this lane, no doubt about that. Although Invoker is a powerful laner and a powerful mid hero, he is gonna lose a lane to the Lich and the Morphling. The Lich, granted, the Lich cannot harass the Invoker as you could other heroes, just because the Invoker can turn around and hit him. I mean, but still, the harassment is gonna be there nonetheless. and the invoker is just gonna get peanuts this game. First blood hasn't happened yet. The Sentinel tri-lane is working on it. they're really after some Earthshaker blood. Not sure if they're gonna get it. Earthshaker knows what's up. He did have a ward here, and he sees that the lane is empty, so he probably knows that he's been looked after in not the expression way. He's been searched this time. Some illusions doing some kind of harassment right here. This is gonna delay the creeps just a little bit for the invoker, so he's happy with that. The Sentinel are also happy just because their Morphling is farming and the enemy's invoker is not. Because of the pull that the Earthshaker did, the creeps now are in the enemy base, or on the enemy's tower side tower. This will basically mean a lot of farm for Rikimaru. I wonder if he's going. Okay, he missed that one. He did pepper up that one, and he's getting this one as well. Quite okay, not the perfect last hitting, but quite okay. I wonder how the Enigma is doing. Probably he's dominating the Sand King. No, actually, she's not. She just has one deny in front of him, I guess. We can watch the score. So Enigma 15-7, that's 27, and 9-1. Okay, he is dominating the lane as expected. Being such a ranged hero and all, and having 3 extra minions whenever he wants. With the summed up damage over 130, 54, 44. Enigma did go down, but she's taking the Vengeful with her. The Sentinel is happy with that. Nicely done there by Vengeful coming and getting a kill for the Sand King. I think the second got the kill. Yeah, the Sand King got the kill. That's nice. Nicely farmed the Sand King with a Blink Dagger and maybe some, I don't know, Avatar. Can do wonders. Although nowadays I've rarely seen an Avatar on the Sand King. It is my strong opinion that the Brewmaster would have killed the Shadow Demon if he would have only tried. But he did not decide. He decided not to chase. He actually chased after. After he decided not to chase, which is basically a bad thing. You should never be indecisive. Just take a decision in Dota and stick to it. But it was just a small. It doesn't even matter that much. Even if it had gotten the kill, he wouldn't have been that far ahead. Just because he didn't get the kill doesn't mean that he's behind in any way. But the Enigma is starting to become pretty what? I don't know what I want to say. Under-leveled, underfarmed. No, underfarmed she's not, but under-leveled she will become. If Vengeful gets yet another kill or yet another gank on Enigma, then Enigma can say bye-bye. For the time being, she managed to scare away the Sand King. Lich tried to come and get the rune, but Sand King was faster, or rather Vengeful Spirit was faster. Okay, if Enigma dies one more time, she is gonna be a little bit behind, and she will die for sure. She did cast her ultimate. I did not see where. The Invoker is gonna get a kill, which in my opinion is better than the Sand King. Sand King already has 2 kills, right? And no, the Invoker got the other one as well. Okay. Which is a good thing, it's not a bad thing. You definitely want 2 or 3 items on your Invoker in that mid game, because he's a beast. I'm just gonna drink some water because my throat has become really dry. Okay. I wonder if the morphing is dominating. So 23 by 24. Yeah, 7 by 2. It's a clear domination right there. So the Scourge is dominating the game on all lanes. Besides the top lane, I guess. The top lane is not being dominated by the Sentinel, by the Scourge. But still, the only thing that they lack is kills, which can mean something. We could watch actually the XP graph is for the in favor of the Sentinel just because of the kills that happened. This time Enigma is gonna get out of there because she got the backup of Earthshaker, but there's no counter ganking happening or counter attacking, so no kills. For the money, okay, the money is a little bit in the Dire's favor, but I think that can be compensated by the extra XP that the Sentinel has. Now the XP probably has been balanced. Yeah, it's almost null, and the gold has stayed with the gold difference has stayed with the Scourge. This gave Invoker some little bit of farming. He will not go down because the gank was not such a powerful gank. Morphing not having a disable and such. And yeah, what can I talk more? Let's see the items on oh man, I'm sorry. Oh, that had to come out. Definitely. Rikimaru has nothing basically, just a power treads. Shadow Demon nothing as expected. Face boots up on Invoker. Maybe he has something on the scroll. I don't know. He doesn't. Face boots is all he could farm. Not very much. Or rather yet not. Let's see the morphing. Let's see the. Okay, morphing doesn't have that much either. But so an item is coming to him right now. I wonder what it is. Okay, so quite the mid-level or beginning to mid-level item build is done. Beastmaster, just the boots of mana or arcane boots or whatever they're called. Not that much, but he can spam his thunderclap and get a lot of creeps. And he also invested one skill point into the power-ups or the attributes. Enigma? Not a lot. I want to say not much, but considering she died twice, she has arcane boots and almost a blink dagger in the 10th minute or 11th minute, which is okay. If you wouldn't have died, should have had this gear long before. And a smoked gank is coming. But I'm not sure they're gonna get the Rikimaru. No, the Rikimaru is gonna live, but the Shadow Demon is gonna die. The bait has been cast, and the Brewmaster picked up the Rikimaru. Oh, actually, the Brewmaster killed the Rikimaru. So 2 deaths there for the Sentinel. The score is now 4-4. Everything is balanced, with the exception of the fact that the Scourge has dominated 2 lanes while the Sentinel has only dominated 1 lane. And such the goal difference is amazingly, should be amazingly in favor of the Dire. There you go, almost 3k in advance for the Dire. Vengeful tried to do some funny business, it didn't work. The coordination with her Invoker was not the best. She expected Invoker to cast a tornado, I think, or something. Okay, so this Invoker went for Exhort build, so no tornado for him, or rather a cold snap and sunstrike. He will probably fast cast. Cast to other. Actually, see the cooldown of 17 just allows this Evoker to cast 3 spells right now, and until this drops to the next level in a team fight, he will not be able to cast more than 4. With an Aghanim, he can cast around 6 in a battle before the battle ends, as I said, or he dies, or any of the other above. Yeah, Brewmaster, this guy is amazing. This hero can do basically everything. I remember specifically from maybe like 7 years ago or 6 years ago, a friend of mine, he really enjoys playing Brewmaster, and we were playing Dota. Actually, he was playing, I was just watching him play, and then I saw the power of the Brewmaster. He basically bought Blinkdagger on it, which at the time was not so conventional, and I think he was like level 12 or something, not more than 12, 13 maybe. No, I mean not just it was in the middle game, and basically what he did was follow a hero from his own side of the map all around the base, just like I'm showing you on the minimap right now, and managed to just, he didn't kill the enemy hero, but he just cruised around all the enemy base, and he basically couldn't be caught and couldn't be killed. And I'm not saying that he just cruised around there and the enemy let him do that. No, the enemy was on him, and they really tried to kill him. It was like, I think he obviously followed someone into the base, but once he got into the base, the others jumped him, and he managed to just turn around, blink, slow, ultimate, and come back, blink again. So it was quite amazing. But back then, I think, back then the Blinkdagger was castable in any scenario unless you were stunned, I think, or doomed. But I think there were no other scenarios where you could be prevented from blinking. They're going to attempt on the Brewmaster. Brewmaster is going to go down. Yeah, the Sunstrike got him. He tried to Primal Split. It doesn't work exactly instantly. There is like half a second of cast time, which if it doesn't happen, then the Brewmaster is killed. Or I mean, if the damage taken is in that period of 0.5 seconds, the Brewmaster is being killed. And I'm not sure about the 0.5, if it's 0.5 or 0.7 or 1 second or a quarter of a second. I'm just saying that it's not an instant cast. We see some skirmishes between the Sand King and the creeps, because when I started my sentencing, I did not say that the Shadow Demon is on the same team with the Sand King, so I thought that they were fighting each other. Actually, they were trying to push together, invoke the Shadow Demon, letting the Sand King take all the creeps. As you can see, the Shadow Demon has decided to upgrade the Soul Catcher at maximum, which is, I mean, it's normal. I remember when Shadow Demon first was introduced into the game, that people used to use his third skill more than or at the maximum. Doesn't happen that much today. Players have understood that Soul Catcher is much more powerful skill. The engagement that we just saw was a poor one for the Sentinel. They lost their two heroes there, the Shadow Demon and the Sand King, and the Vengeful, I mean. But fortunately, they did not lose the Sand King, which is why it's not such a big deal. But they're gonna lose now an invoker who tried to deny a tower. It's like in the fairy tales, the never-ending fight that happens between good and evil. Anyway, there's no good or evil in this game. Well, I mean, practically, theoretically, there is the Dire is the evil side, and the Radiant is the winning, the good side. Item-wise, there's not much that happened. There's some drums and the beginning of a force staff, I think, for the Invoker. On the Sand King, nothing much. Shadow Demon, as expected. Rikimaru is a little bit behind, I think, because it's the 18th minute and he should have had some items up by now. But yeah, maybe he had it hard. I saw him not class stating that good actually, but maybe I just caught him in the 2 or 3 creeps that everybody misses, even the pro players. But okay, Morphling has his Eagle Song, or yeah, whatever. It's the Strange Knife. I can't remember the Eagle Horn. It was Eagle Horn, right? Was it? Yeah, it was the Eagle Horn of Dota 1. And we see an engagement, and Vengeful goes down. Let's see if other heroes will bite the dust. Yeah, the Shadow Demon is gonna go down for sure. So as we can see, the Sentinel have decided to go for a more gang-oriented game, while the Scourge, the Sentinel has decided to go for a more gang-oriented game, while the Scourge is just relying on the late game and trying to put as much farm into this Morphling as possible, which until now works for both teams. I mean, the Sentinel gets ganks and Morphling gets items. Let's see which of the strategies will come above. Morphling missed a creep there just because he wasn't paying. He wasn't patient. With the ranged creep, he realized that wait, I need to get every last hit, so I'm not gonna be impatient anymore, and I'm just gonna wait until the creep is in the range for killing. Okay, so Morphling did battle an Invis rune, so this means that the engagement is going to happen. Now this is a nice ultimate from Enigma catching 3 heroes. This means that all 3 heroes are going to go down, and yes, as expected, it happens. So this ultimate from the Scourge side, from Enigma, puts the Scourge side in a clear advantage. Not a clear advantage, into an advantage. 3 kills more, 33% more kills. Just from one good ultimate from Enigma. Granted that she cannot cast it now for at least 2.5 minutes more, but still, it did work. 3 heroes and the tower is worth it, especially when you have to feed such a hungry mouth as the Morphling's mouth. Actually, he gets the tower. That was not intended, I guess. Although they do want a Blink Dagger on him ASAP. But he's a little bit... okay, he has a Blink Dagger already. What did he buy? Did he buy... Okay, he bought the makings of an Aghanim Scepter. Or maybe it's the Force Staff. Probably it's a Force Staff. Not that common to make Aghanim Scepters on heroes in Captain's mode, and especially in tournaments. But I just wonder what is he gonna do? So he bought a Staff of Wizardry instead of an Arcane Boots. Now that's a little bit concerning for me, because the thing with the Earthshaker is that we'll see. Maybe it was a command from the captain, so he had nothing to do with it. But I know a lot of the commands are from the captains. Although they don't really comment on every item that the heroes pick. Usually it's a joint decision of the team, with the most emphasis being put on the most experienced hero, player who is usually the captain, or and secondly on the player who plays the hero himself. Um, but yeah, no arcane boots on Earthshaker. Maybe they decided that they have enough arcane boots. How many do they have? They have one, two. Okay, they have two arcane boots. So yeah, maybe that's some kind of a threshold in Dota that I'm not aware of. Two arcane boots per team basically can mean that the whole team can spam nukes. I don't know. But 4-step for Aghanim Scepter is also a good item. So not a huge deal. Not a huge deal. It's just I'm just amazed by the choice that he made. Okay, Blink Dagger on Sand King and a death on Enigma follows. This is just the good old gank method. Trying to buy time, or actually not. They're not trying to buy time. They're trying to demoralize the Scourge, which does not happen just because the Scourge have a Morphling which is farmed right now. Okay, or Enigma had a BKB, and he popped it, so that's how he managed to stay a little bit alive there. But Enigma with a Blink Dagger and Aghanims and the Blacking Bar, this means that and enough mana to do it. This means that things are gonna happen. Some ultimates are gonna be caught. Again, I see this the fact that the black hole is has two levels at level 13 in it instead of having 2 levels in Midnight Pulse. And he did skill, I think, the attributes. Actually, a couple of times he scaled them. I would have leveled up Midnight Pulse, maybe not from the beginning because attributes are pretty important in the beginning, but Midnight Pulse, man, compared to Black Hole, Midnight Pulse is better. The 1% per second that it gives you, it's much more damage than this shit here. Don't even know why they put levels on the Black Hole. Because we can do a short computation in the damage area. I mean, the Black Hole is all about the stun, right? Okay, the stun is great, not gonna talk about it. But actually, I wonder. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna talk about it also. So damage at 3rd level, so level 16, it does minimum 70 damage, maximum 140. Now we're gonna take the average of that, which is roughly 110 or 105. Let's call it 105. After damage reduction is 75 seconds per 75 damage per second. Multiply with 4 damage, that's 300 damage, and that's at the last level. So and it costs you twice as much than it does on the 1st level, mana wise. So basically there's no reason to level up Midnight Pulse. It's not I mean, this Enigma, this lucky guy and the lucky player obviously is a pro player and has more experience than me, but I think here he did a mistake, as well as the other player that I saw, or all the other players that I see who scale up Black Hole. I'm not sure if they ever considered it. Now the second thing that I wanted to talk about, and actually I said it last time when I was speaking about Enigma, is the cast range on the ultimate. It doesn't have a big cast range. It has actually a small cast range, and I think this is the main reason why the players fail to correctly cast it. See this circle around Enigma? Well, that's the cast range. That's little. That's like 400 range or 500 range or whatever. Yeah, granted, the black hole itself is big and it can pull people inside, but look at the cast range. So you better believe it. Whenever you're casting it as though it would have been right in front of you, as it would have been a melee skill. What else can I show you? This is a huge range. Look at this. Look at this Arshika with his ultimate. With his Fisher. I mean. Yeah, well, I was discussing about Enigma's ultimate and the benefits of leveling it up or not. Yeah, don't level it up, guys. Just level it up. I don't know what level 23 when you don't have anything else to level up. Just put points in the attributes or something. There are some strategies involving the damage that the black hole does, like getting a radiance on your Enigma, and then you just add up damage per second. That can happen. That can work, but then there's not gonna be a game where in a proper tournament where Enigma is gonna get a radiance. So that's out of the question. Okay. Let's see items. Ricky Maru has just a diffusal blade, which is not that much for the half an hour that he's been playing. Sand King has 2400 gold. What is he planning on buying? I would buy a black and bar if I were him, but until now he pretty much caught all of his ultimates. Managed to cast them properly with his Blink Dagger. So maybe that's not the best thing to do. Maybe he's going for heart or something. I don't know. We will be seeing. Vengeful Spirit, not that much. Invoker has his 4-stop up and the mechanism. The mechanism is good. Not the best item when you're in a defensive phase, but yeah. Nevertheless, one of the best items in the game. And we're gonna see an organized push now from the Scorch side. This tower is as good as it's dead, and this gives the Scourge a foothold into the enemy base. Sentinel will respond with a proper counter attack, but right now only Vengeful is the one making a move. Let's see, are they really gonna let their Rex go down? No, I guess not. But this Invoker could really cast some spells which would drive away the Sentinel, the Scourge. I mean, I'm not sure why he doesn't do it. Right now, both teams are just skirmishing. This is the correct word. I love to use it, and I'm using it a lot. But now the engagement happens, and the Invoker does go down to a nice morphing nuke, and the ultimate from Enigma catches two heroes, and the morphing is godlike, and the game is over. Invoker did buy back there, but he will just die. The Shadow Demon goes down, and the Invoker will be the last on the long list of kills that happen in this push. Sand King has nothing to do. He did die once, he did lose the money, and now the Sentinel loses the side. And I have a feeling that they're gonna lose the middle towers as well. No, they're not gonna push the middle lane. They're just gonna go back and enjoy the progress that they've made. Enigma at 37k. Come on, don't tell me he's gonna buy a Radiance. I just said it. It's a rare chance to see a Radiance in a pro game. No, he did not. Okay, whew. He bought an ultimate, or probably is gonna get Lincoln's here. I'm not sure if that's a good idea, but maybe he's not. I don't know what he's gonna buy. A Lincoln Sphere would make some sense, not that much though, as the blink smoke can come from the Rikimaru at any time, even during the casting of an ultimate. And then the bad thing is that Rikimaru blinks behind the hero, so usually the Enigma is casting in front of her, and Rikimaru just blinks behind, and the smoke is basically the end of that cast. And we're gonna see an engagement on the Blue Master, but with the help of Enigma, the Blue Master manages to get out of there. I bet he's gonna come back right in, as Enigma is on a warpath right now. He's gonna chase this Rikimaru, Rikimaru is dead. Goes down to an Earthshaker's Fisher, I guess. Or maybe it was just a lucky last hit for Earthshaker, I don't know. And the push on the middle tower has begun, and it will go down. But maybe the Sentinel can defend the middle lane. Tricky to do. But they should at least attempt. They have their main heroes up. Or actually, they don't. They don't have the descendants from Rikimaru. But the Rikimaru will be reborn or resurrected fast enough to take part in this defense. 10 seconds is almost nothing. It might mean the tower, but some kind of defense is gonna happen right now. Okay, so we see a glyph of fortification being cast, and this is a cue that hey guys, we're gonna defend. And the Scourge say, okay, you can defend, we're just gonna wait for the next creep wave, or we're gonna wait for you guys into the woods. I'm just gonna take another sip of water. Okay, not even waiting in the woods, they're gonna go for a Roshan. They want to put a Roshan on the Morphling. When you got such a nice jewel, you really want to save it. I have Skadi being up on Morphling, Ethereal Blade being up, Yasha, which will be soon followed by or transformed into a meta style, is gonna come. He should sell the magic wand. It makes no sense to have it right now. Yeah, they do want the Roshan, which is gonna spawn in a couple of seconds, actually close to a minute. Maybe they shouldn't wait for the Roshan. Oh, I did not know that okay, it was less than I said actually, and I didn't know that the clock goes down and touches the ground, and then the Roshan responds. But the Sentinel has gotten wind of this situation and probably will try to deny this Roshan attempt. Smoke is on them. I wonder what's if it's gonna happen. No, Morphling does get the Roshan, and we see a failed ultimate from Enigma right there. And Scourge is gonna win this engagement still. Rikimaru and Invoker and the Sen King are down already. Vengeful will follow them, so just one casualty for the Scourge. The Enigma. The Sentinel have been wiped out, and they have disconnected. GGs have been called, and the game is basically over. I'm gonna speed it up so that you can see the last screen with the kills, if you guys are interested in that. Yeah, a very nice game. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and yeah, keep in touch. Bye bye.